Hello YouTube, it is Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be discussing some brand new EDC gear and who won my 25,000 subscriber giveaway. So stick with me. Welcome back everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Now, the gear you see before you is kind of thrown in there with a whole lot of shenanigans, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But, so, basically, this is a lot of the new EDC gear that I've gotten in. You'll recognize some of it if you watch some of my videos. But, like, my Counterpoint 1, my Voyager Tanto, the SOG, and my Code 4 are the most familiar ones. And you've seen those in plenty of EDC videos, and if you haven't, I will drop a link in the description box below so you can go check out those videos and you can get more familiar with these particular blades. So long story short, these are 3 axes that I'm going to be taking to my buddy James's shop, Helm Forge, later this week to fulfill some of the axe mod orders that I've got. And for everybody on social media and everybody here on the channel who have been dropping down in the description box, checking out my Etsy page links and purchasing any axe mods or any of those customized axes that I've been making and reheat treating for you guys, I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have in such a major way kept my lights on. It's absolutely phenomenal. And speaking of that, I have gotten quite a few blades in the mail already and a couple more on the way from viewers. Now, first off, I'll go ahead and get this non-knife out of the way. This is the Solo Stove Titan, and I know some of you guys have seen this on YouTube already, but Solo Stove and I have been talking directly, and I reached out to them and said, hey, I have a few different stoves that I want to do some tests and reviews on, and I would love to be able to add the Titan to the lineup. Would you guys be interested in allowing me a chance to do a test and review? Keep in mind, I'm going to be honest about it. And they're like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Our Solo Stove is amazing. Yada, yada, yada. You know, they sent it. So I'm really excited to be checking this out. So there's going to be a big review on that to come. This little Kiradashi that I made, it has a little Turk's head knot. I have some cleaning up to do. But I'm actually going to be selling this soon. It's designed to be like a neck knife. So don't think of it as something like anything really crazy. That's why it's so small. But I actually forged this out myself by hand at Helm Forge, and there is paracord with West Systems epoxy on it. I got to do a little more cleanup and a Turk's head knot. It's going to have a really nice fine edge on it when I finally finish up the edge and put a Kydex sheath, but this will be available on my Etsy shop pretty soon, so I'm excited about that. Oh, and while I am speaking about people to get excited about, Gilbert Jimenez, you are actually the winner of the big, huge, dare I say, quote, the grand prize. So if you have me on Facebook, go ahead and find me on Facebook so we can get your address sorted so we can send you that prize. Next up is the SOG Zoom. And this knife is pretty freaking nifty. The only thing I don't like about it is I wish there would be like a thumb stud to activate it, or it would actually be like an automatic. Because you have to use the thumb stud to kind of open it up. And it's really energetic deployment, and I like it. It's cool. But it makes me hold it awkwardly before I can, like, you know, really put a firm purchase on it. And I love the lockup on this thing. It's really super solid. I like thin knives, so this is right up my alley as far as I'm concerned. And it's pretty darn budget friendly. If you're interested in this knife, I do give this my recommendation. Like the deep carry pocket clip, there is a full review on this coming extremely soon. It's already been filmed. I just gotta wait for it to line up on the queue. But if you want that, definitely, I wouldn't worry about hesitating. If I recommend a knife or you see it on the channel, there's a really good chance I already recommend it because I don't like throwing out negative reviews. Now, this is no stranger at all, but this was sent in by a viewer, which I am extremely appreciative of. This is the Eldris by Mora, one of the newer knives, and I gotta say I kind of like it. If you look at it though, the handle is kind of chunky, but that's a good thing in this situation because you need to be able to get really good grip if you when you can fill out your whole palm and there's no gaps, that helps you prevent hand fatigue while you're working. So I'll be very excited to take this thing out very soon and give this a whirl. I went ahead and popped my own blue paracord lanyard on it to kind of match, And to the viewer who sent this to me, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. And for the viewers who have sent stuff in to the channel, most of those guys and gals are really close friends of mine on Facebook, and we've talked for several months or years. We've developed kind of relationships, so I kind of felt comfortable sending them my address. What I'm going to be doing, and it's definitely not a mandatory thing in any way, shape, or form. I don't expect anything, but I have had a few different viewers voice their interest in wanting to help directly support the channel, and I'm like, dude, totally. So me and my wife are going to be working on getting a post office box here really soon, and getting that squared away. And as silly as it sounds, it's $70 for 6 months for the sizes that are kind of still available, and that doesn't sound like a lot of money, but for us, sadly, $70 is a huge chunk of money for us at the moment. Next up is, this beautiful knife. This is the Cold Steel PocketBushman. This is not the old school one in AUS 8. This is the new updated design with CTS BD1, and they kind of fixed a lot of the problems that a lot of channels and people found. More famously, Nut and Fancy from, Nut and Fancy, found a huge problem in this blade, and it kept me from buying it for several years. But since this new design came out, and I'm always willing, if a company redesigns, improves, makes mods, they fix a lot of flaws in the blade, I am always more than willing to give them a second chance, especially if I've never had a bad taste in my mouth before. But I like this blade. It fits really well in the pocket. It rides nicely. It's a little on the heavier side, but this is not something that you would necessarily EDC normally. You're going to be on a work site. You are going to have this in a survival kit. This is a survival freaking knife. And let me tell you, this knife is probably the most solid thing I've ever seen in my life. I love this blade, but the best part about it, it's under 30 freaking bucks. It is sub $30, which is absolutely amazing. I could not believe it. It would just blew me away about how cheap this thing is and how tough and no BS this thing is. And on that note, Chris Smith, Chris with a K, Chris Smith, you are the second prize winner. So go ahead and find me on Facebook, send me your information, and we can get you squared away to get that prize sent out to you. Last and certainly not least is this beauty right here. This is also from a friend slash viewer slash fellow YouTuber. My buddy Renee from Nutjob with a Machete is from Canada. Really good dude, and he's got a YouTube channel as well, and if anybody wants to check him out, I'm definitely going to drop a link in the description box below. But he's one of my close friends who asked me, hey man, is there anything for your channel you've always wanted to bring in, but because I know money's tight right now, you don't have the funds? I was like, no man, don't worry about it, it's cool, not a big deal. He's like, well, I know your address, and I'm going to send you something whether you want me to or not, so you can either pick or I'm just going to bring something to you. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, for those of you who are outdoor enthusiasts, knife junkies, budget folding collectors, you guys know that the Ontario Rat Model 1 and the Esee Avispa are pretty much the same knife, but slight subtle differences. But they've been around for a while, like a long time. So I saw these online. This is the new Esee Avispa in D2 tool steel. Yeah, D2 tool steel. Super freaking excited for this knife because it's a sub $40 knife as it stands right now. They've changed it. I don't know if this has always been a frame lock, but if it hasn't, it's awesome that it is. It has a 4-way pocket clip on it. I'm not here to do a review, but holy freaking bejesus, the lockup on this thing is super freaking solid. And this is my absolute favorite part. This thing is wicked sharp right out of the box. I have not touched this edge up. I literally got this about 10 minutes before filming. I knew this was coming in, and I decided to wait to actually do anything with this. And I love this blade. It's just a hair over 4 ounces, so it's not a heavy blade, but it's still a nice big one with a 3.5-inch long blade. And real quick, priority survival. You are the winner of the 3rd prize. So please, if you have me on social media, please go find me on Facebook and send me your information, and we can work on getting that prize pack to you. For anybody else who is curious, there are actually 2 more knives that are going to be coming to the channel very soon, and I'm extremely excited for them. They are the Kershaw Dash and the Kershaw Hype. I'm ferociously excited to get those into the channel. They should be here really soon, so you guys will see a huge EDC Gear update and reviews coming out the yin-yang for a bunch of different small fixed blades and folders. But for everyone who entered into my giveaway, thank you. We had over 650 entries, was absolutely amazing. Most every single person that entered did it 100% spot on. I did try to keep it simple. And if I have my way, I am working on trying to get it set up where I can do giveaways much more often. There is a potential job opportunity coming up for my wife and I, actually, and if it pans out, we will be making a lot more money than we are right now, and it'll put us really in a nice solid spot. So fingers crossed on that. There is absolutely no guarantee for that whatsoever. I just hope it works out because it'll be a huge blessing for my family. And all the support you guys show through buying on the Amazon links that I post in every single video down in the description box below. Everyone who goes to my Etsy page and buys my modified axes and different things that I have available for sale right there. It just means so freaking much, because it helps physically put food on my table and keep the lights on. But I'm gonna keep doing what I do every single day until I can't. I don't care if I get this crap for free, if it's paid for, if someone sends it in. I am going to thrash and beat on everything I get in, because if I can't trust it with my life, there's absolutely no way I will give it my recommendation. But that's enough ranting. I hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. If you like this video and this kind of update series, definitely throw a big thumbs up. I appreciate everything you guys do. Let's keep this train rolling. We are just over 26,000 subscribers, and I just want to keep riding this wave, push and grow in success so I can move on to bigger and better things, so we can do some awesome, amazing things on this channel. And the support you guys have been showing me is so freaking overwhelming. But that does it for now. I hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.